Hello and welcome to Slamfire Radio. This is episode 386 for January 7th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
Yay, it's 2021 and I'm one of your other hosts,
ching, ching.
Kelly.
Oh, I have a glass.
You have a glass.
Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers. No, it looks invisible if I go over here.
I have a Coke Zero. I don't have a Coke. I should get a glass.
This is not water zero.
Drink up. Oh yeah, I'll get my drink up bitches one. Just hold on a second. I'm literally pulling up the show notes as we go. So
okay.
Give me a second.
I can just do the next thing. You go ahead, grab your glass. What we did in guns this week is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Centre, Canada's premier firearms retailer. They're now offering the Glock 48 MOS in a couple of ready-to-go packages with HoloSun 407 and 507 optics. I reviewed the 407 CO, which is the solar cell circle reticle version that they've got. Anyways, so the Calgary Shooting Centre has those. Let's see here. Direct mounting of the HoloSun optics requires permanent modification of the Glock slide. We're offering this service at no charge if you purchase one of these packages. They've got the Glock 48 with the 407 or the 507, and they're $1,000, $1,029 or $1,129. Free shipping on both. So if you want to get like a skinny pistol with an optic on the top, that's your jam. 10
That's your
mags.
jam.
Yeah.
Is that your jam?
I'd rather run a thick pistol. Easier to like put the mag in for competition and that kind of thing. If we could carry in Canada, like the Glock 48 would be a cool pistol because it's nice and slim, nice and comfortable. Can't carry here. I don't have any interest in like Glock 19s or any like small pistols because big ones are easier to shoot.
Big ones, never mind. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Do you want to start or do you want me to start? I can go.
Why don't you start because I'm still updating.
Yeah. I've got New Year's Times Square behind me here. That's where I was for New Year's.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of a tropical rainforest, and and when
this
I fly
makes
back,
sense for the people who are watching us on video. The people who are listening are probably like, didn't treat. Yeah, we have custom backgrounds set up.
We have custom backgrounds. I have a green screen now, and so I'm in. No, we don't have backgrounds. No green screen. I'm in the middle of a tropical forest, and we're wearing our Boogaloo shirts because you know what? 2021 is starting off great. It's like 2020 said, you know what? How do we end
do it again?
Year? And then 2021 said, here, hold my beer.
I'm gonna re-up on all that craziness. Let's get it rolling.
Yeah. 6 days. What is it? 6 days in? Oh dear.
7. It's the 7th today.
Okay, well yesterday was 6 and it was a pretty good 6th. Anyways.
That's how the days work, the numbers and stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, really? I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know, Trevor. Okay.
He's not here, so it's because he hates the listeners, but I also have to do something Trevor-ish.
Yeah, you know what? No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. I like you too much, Adriel. Don't do it.
All right. Let's see what I do. I got some ammo that came in. Whole bunch of ammo.
How much ammo did you get?
Thousands. Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of 22. I got some 308. I got I don't know, a whole schwack of stuff, all sorts of ammo.
A schwack?
The shipping guy is like, wow, there's a lot of Christmas presents. Yeah.
How heavy is it?
Yeah. Let's see. I've been mounting and remounting some scopes, swapping scopes around some different rifles. And I wanted to show, this is a fix-it stick. Well, this part right here.
Yeah.
You've seen these before, right?
Yep.
This does 15-inch pounds, which is good enough for scopes and that kind of thing, right? So super quick way to install scopes without having to use a torque wrench or anything like that. Nice and small too. I'm going to put that in my maple seed kit so as people can mount their scopes and not over tighten them and then fight with it when they click and it's not doing anything. Speaking of maple seed, did some maple seed meetings over the holidays.
A couple. I was late for one. I didn't get the notification. Just saying. But then again, I didn't actually accept the invite. So
You weren't late. You didn't say you were going to go, so
yeah, but it did end up going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we do? I got a 3-gun case. So Cabela's had this. I think I talked about it on the show. They had that 3-gun case. I'm like, man, I'm curious about that thing because it's perfect for 3-gun, but it was like $120. I'm like, for 120, I don't know. And then they dropped the price to 82 or something like that. So I went and got one, and pretty good little case. Yeah.
You recommend then?
I recommend it, and I sold them out. They don't have any more in Cabela's Edmonton, because I posted on the 3-gun group. I'm like, hey, if you guys don't have a case for this, perfect. It's got like backpack straps, which in my house, fantastic, because I got to go up and down the stairs to like grab guns and whatnot. Yeah, so you just chuck all your guns in that one case, backpack it down the stairs, perfect, not hitting the walls and all that kind of stuff in the stairwell. And at the range, super convenient for putting all your ammo in a bin or whatever, and putting your guns on that, and one trip between the van and the firing line, which is not something I can usually do. Usually I need a couple trips.
I like that. I like, it's kind of like your grocery shopping when you have all of your fingers.
I'm going to hold all the bags.
When you go to the range, you take a lot. I know you take a lot of stuff, and you usually take all kinds of different firearms. You need all kinds of different ammo, and you have to have your range bag so that you can have your eyes and your ears, and then everything. So it's kind of like, it's really cool when you can consolidate, put everything all together, and
pile more stuff.
Less is more.
Yep. Tried putting a 45-degree offset mount on my 1022. Didn't give me enough clearance. Not enough clearance. I'm looking at the windage cap on my scope. So I ordered some more crappy other versions off Amazon. And then Mike, who's a listener and another shooter here in Edmonton, turned me on to. He's like, you just got to get one that just mounts right to the scope. Like there's this like ring that mounts to the scope and has a little rail on it. You stick your red dot on that. I'm like, I ordered one of them too. So.
Oh, did you? Okay, tell me how it works out. Because okay, so the whole, Barney's doing the whole what is it? RCQB. That, right? So you have to let everybody know all about that.
Yeah, I kind of like the 45-degree offset is gamer. The red dot on top of the scope or on the side is like, man, this feels too much like Call of Duty BS, but it works. It works. Yeah. You don't get a cheek weld with it. The cheek weld is like non-existent, but it doesn't matter. It's close range.
No, it doesn't, and it's a red dot.
Yeah, rap. Just put it on the target. Slap the trigger. Just slap the heck out of it.
that goes against so many things. I
don't know if you noticed, but every show I try to put something out there that makes you want to fire me from Maple Seed.
Yeah, no. I noticed, but no, you're not allowed to leave. It's kind of like Hotel California. You're never ever able to leave. You know that now.
Yeah.
You sold to the devil.
Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. I've been doing a bunch of reviews, so I've been getting my kids to help me, and they help me with the editing and that kind of thing. So they've been doing some of the video editing and thumbnails and whatnot as I don't know, something to learn. And therefore, I have been cranking out more content. What was that?
Well, I was just going to say, how about for school? Could that be put towards their school homeschooling? Are they homeschooling, by the way?
Well, they're home right now. Schools start up on Monday in Alberta here. Everything else is still locked down for 2 weeks, though. The schools are open, but don't try to do anything. Still no social. Everything's locked down still.
So the high school is out until next week, and then but school that is primary school or whatever, they're in school, but it's homeschooling, and we have a lot of parents who are now just drinking throughout the day. A lot of people just drinking throughout the day. Our liquor stores are open, by the way.
Liquor stores are probably doing great right now. It is essential. Liquor is essential. It's essential to people making it through this, I guess.
Yes, it's a very actually. And
weed.
Okay. Just hold on. Oh, by the way, speaking of weed, anyways, like I thought it was a little odd. So, I was going someplace on the weekend and I filled up. Oh, yeah. I'm off isolation, by the way. Okay. So I'm all over the place for now. Yesterday I got the you need to go home thing too in quarantine, but I'm better now. So, anyways, so on the weekend I decided that I was going to actually. I had a meeting with somebody and I had to go for a drive and I filled up my car, and then while I was filling up my car, I'm filling it up on the reserve, right? So which is cheap and near me, and oh yeah, and then so I turn around in the gas station. They're going, "Would you like some edibles samples?" And I'm going, "No, I'm okay." I'm going, well, first of all, I'm driving, and you want me to sample them? And I'm going. Well, then I thought about it. That would have been interesting, No, I'm actually okay. Thanks for asking. But no. Anyways, that has nothing to do with guns. But we were talking about weed, so hey.
Samples. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with the idea of samples, but like at a gas station.
I know, eh? Well, so like it's to be. The reserve's right there, right? And beside every gas station is actually a quote unquote a dispensary. So there's like, I don't know, 40 of them at my local reserve, right? So, and it's literally right beside the gas station. So they own, it's on the same property, so they own each other. So they're going like, would you like some edibles? We have gummy bears, we have chocolate, we have, and it's much more cheaper than the dispensary in downtown Kingston. So it's kind of like, but no, anyways. And you also get it. You also get a rewards card that you.
I am already a rewards points member of an existing dispensary, and I'm not willing to change over to another one.
Anyways, I thought it was hilarious. I'm going, no, I'm driving. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. I got reviews for that 3-gun case, Lyman trigger gauge, Hollow Sun Red Dot, GR carbine, Mossberg 510 Bantam, SKS trigger kit. And today I just put out one for the M57 Tokarev, which includes a little bit of music. I haven't seen it on Skyrim. It's got a little bit of Skyrim music in there. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. I pre-ordered the Maple Ridge Armory Maverick, which means I only lasted 4 days before I bought a gun in 2021.
How long was it in 2020?
I don't know. I'd have to go look at my credit card receipts or something.
It was probably the same day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I bought a bunch of stuff on Boxing Day last year. Boxing Day sales this year weren't as good. It was more like all the Black Friday sales came back, and anything that was up for Black Friday that I wanted, I bought. So there wasn't really much I got then. MRA Maverick. That's a new gun thing. So Maple Ridge Armory, they had the Renegade before. That was the 223 version. Now the Maverick is up for pre-order, and the Maverick is the 308 or 6.5 version. And I want to make one in 6.5 now. So I pre-ordered that thing right away. They came up on Bullseye North as like, hey, this thing's coming up. You want to pre-order? And I think I must be like their first pre-order because I was in there fast.
What else did they have? They had something interesting that they were showing.
They had a lever action 410 shotgun.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they have one if you're interested.
And they also have a H&K. What was it they had today?
Sounds expensive.
Oh, it was normally $18.99, but they had a, check for the price thing. So I was at work all day. I just got home literally.
Is it like an SL8 or like a?
No, just hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, come back to me. Let's start talking.
Anyways, Maple Ridge Maverick, Maple Ridge Armory Maverick. It has a bolt catch. So like the other one doesn't have a bolt catch. This one does. Otherwise, it's just like your spring-loaded straight pull AR-ish rifle, and I am pumped for that. So I think, what did they say? pre-order for like February, March, or I don't know, sometime in the spring. Sometime in the spring. It's gonna be lockdowns that are gonna like mess with that schedule. So I'm not gonna be betting on it any time, but I'm looking forward to it because yeah, I got to shoot some 6.5 and use some fancy stuff. I've got all this air stuff where it's like I've got like pretty nice primo parts that could go on something that I just couldn't put on the 180s or didn't want to, and now I got to put them on something. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I've been playing a bunch of Tarkov. It's not really gun related, but it's a gun game. Been ratting around, playing a bunch of Escape from Tarkov.
You been playing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I should stream every once in a while.
You should, and then get paid to do it.
Because
there's people
just
that do
by
that.
Cranking out a bunch of videos on YouTube, I got like a whole bunch more subscribers this month.
Sweet, good for you.
Yeah, and entirely unrelated to guns, but entirely related to YouTubing. Matthew got Starlink, which is like that satellite communication, the Elon Musk one, and he now has non-garbage internet. His internet was like total garbage before, and now it's good. His latency's good. His like connection's good. Everything's good, which is good to see. He was mentioning on his video that for all his like flying videos, he goes to someone else's house to upload them to YouTube.
I know.
So like, man,
because he lives in the middle of nowhere, New Brunswick, right?
You said something twice. He lives in New Brunswick.
In the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I was talking to Brian Sheets about that too, about the Elon Musk and Starlight and all that. And he has it too, but he says it's shite.
Oh, it's better. Like Matthew's internet before was 5 megabits a second, and now it's 150.
Okay, it's much
considerably better than what he had before. But like for me, it would be a massive downgrade because like 150 down and 20 up, I've got like 1,000 down and like 300 up.
Yeah, and you're always just uploading.
Yeah, I'm always doing stuff. Yeah, uploading all those 4K videos. Just they don't need to be 4K. I upload them in 4K anyways. All the detail.
Well, that's good. Yeah. So the pistol that I was thinking of, and I couldn't. My brain is just fried right now. So it's all that edibles that I had on the weekend. No, seriously, I didn't pick any up, people. All right, so
but you were mentioning you hadn't slept, and like that's not the right. I
haven't slept in 4 days.
You know what you need, Kelly?
What? Edibles?
Some edibles will help you sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Small dose. Nothing too big.
I have to go to work, and I'm working this weekend too. Oh, by the way, work is just hi work. Anyways, anybody from work listening? I love it. All right, Bullseye. Bullseye has the H&K USP Elite 9mm. It is basically $18.49, and they say get ready because it launches on today, the 7th, with a wicked price, but they're not telling us what the price is. So sale price is XXX. So you have to go to Bullseye to find out what the price is. So it launched today, the 7th. So I'm going to go and have a look because, again, I've been at work since this morning and I just got home. So
talk about full-size pistols. That is a full-size pistol. The H&K Elite, the USP, that's a big boy pistol. Big.
I know, but that would be actually a great pistol for nice and heavy.
I saw someone run one in competition. Yeah. And the gun ran fine. Yeah, it's big though. That's a big pistol. Huge.
Yep.
That's it for me. How about you?
So did a little bit of shooting over. So again, for those of you who didn't know, I actually from the last time that we were had a podcast or were on the air, I've been in isolation because we've had an outbreak at work. I've just been released from that. So that's literally why I went and visited a friend on Saturday because I actually could see people. But I know, eh? So, but now that I'm out and about and I was able to see people, I went to the range twice this weekend. Not once, twice. So I went with Kelly Kincaid. Oh, I always go with Kelly, but I went with Kelly and Tamara and a couple other people as well. We went on Saturday. We did some shooting steel. We did Texas Star. So Tamara and her boyfriend Kyle, or her fiance Kyle got for Christmas a Texas Star. It's beautiful, by the way. So we shot that, and we did some other steel, and then and then I went over to see Kelly. Oh, by the way, I went over to her place as well. And Russ, thank you very much again. I took over the 28 gauge reloading the Mech Junior and brought it over to her place. We're going to set it up there, and we're just going to get into production for 28 gauge. So
yeah, start cranking it out. Awesome. You've been saving hulls, right?
No, but we will be. we have enough to save, and we're also going. So we have some of the components now as well. So we're going to be starting to actually process those too. So yeah.
If you go to the range, just take like a grocery bag. You have to pick up your empties anyways, and a grocery bag would probably hold all the shells from a session, right?
Yeah. No, it's 28 gauge. I think my purse will hold. And all the empties. It's so small. Yeah.
I love the smell of shot shells.
Did you get a Gunny Girl calendar in the mail?
Oh, I forgot. I should have mentioned that. Oh. Wait, is that the right year? No. There we go.
It's there. Put it in front of you. That's this year. Did you register it?
Yes, I did. I just did today.
Awesome. So just to let everybody know, the CCFR 2021 Gunny Girl calendar, you can now go online and register it. Go to ccfrcalendar.com. You can register it by taking the unique code that's on the back of it, inputting your data, and then you can actually win prizes throughout the year. Once or twice a month, we will be putting out or doing a live draw online. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Bill mentioned that the USP Elite, they're usually $1,800. They're $1,550 at Bullseye.
Oh, so they're actually $18,450, which they're saying, so $1,550. So that's $300 off. That's awesome. That's good savings. All right. Did I do anything else? No, because I'm not allowed to see people leave it or do anything other than, stuff for Maple Seed, obviously. That's about it. Yeah.
Just get into Tarkov so the next time you're in quarantine.
It's not going to happen. Never, ever going to happen. Yeah.
I tried.
My extent of online gaming is, I don't know, solitaire.
It's not online. Solitaire is a solitary game. It's in the name. It's not online. It's not a multiplayer.
It's on the computer. That's it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's all I did for guns. Yeah.
All right. Our upcoming events is sponsored by Telos Alpha. Telos Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. Learn more at telosalpha.com. Into the news. Are these donations new?
They're brand new. I put them in. I updated it.
Do you want to cover them?
So Kent Cartridge Canada, that's actually an organization. It's a retailer. They sell cartridges.
What?
Anyways.
It's not the manufacturer of Kent cartridges?
Yes, it is.
It is.
I don't know.
They must distribute for Kent in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's Kent Cartridge Canada. They donated $2,500 to the CCFR Legal Challenge. Also, the Annapolis Valley Shooting Sports Club donated $3,000, and that's awesome.
Cool.
Just to let everybody know, Project Maple Seed, again, what we're part of, we're promoting it heavily. Go and help out the CCFR with their legal challenge if you can. Become a member or actually donate to the legal challenge. Within the next little while, the injunction petition is going to be heard in court, and then after that, we're going to be focusing on
18th or 19th, right?
It's the 19th. The other thing is they're looking at because of COVID, basically, they're looking at doing. The judge actually asked if people were interested in viewing the decision, the presentations and the decision, and I think that they're going to be doing that.
Online?
Yeah, you can actually view it.
Huh.
So,
cool.
There's going to be a link for it. I think it's going to be Zoom meetings that you can actually go to or whatever. Michael posted in the CCFR. Michael Oberg, who is going to be the chief counsel for the injunction presentation, anyways. So it is, he posted it there, and he said probably Zoomed. And so it's going to be on the 19th if that's heard. So hopefully the injunction will go through. If the injunction doesn't go through, then we really need to actually put some effort and money behind the CCFR. But if actually, we really need to do it one way or another.
Both,
right?
Yeah. The injunction will work until the legislation gets in. So it's not like we have a huge time frame to take action
actually,
on it, right?
So no, the injunction. What will happen is it'll delay
It'll nullify the OIC, but as soon as the
decision is
put
rendered.
in new legislation, that I assume that will work around whatever we're injunctioning on.
Right.
Yeah.
So the OIC. So it's an injunction on the OIC, which will delay it because if we win, because we can wait until the decision is made on the challenge, the charter challenge, and then it will whatever. However, if the Liberals,
it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess one way or the other. Oh, let's say they cancel the injunction. And it's like it's over the next day. Do you have a registration certificate for your AR-15?
Of course.
No, you don't.
They
nullified them.
Okay. Well, are we covering this in the news?
We talked about that one in the past. The fact that they were considered revocations and that people could run the Section 74s.
But do we have in there that the recent hearing in Calgary that the judge?
Yeah, we covered that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that was saying, hey, nullification is not a thing. This is a revocation. Therefore, he gets to put a Section 74 challenge against it.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
But wasn't there actually something that was an appeal on that?
I don't think so. I didn't hear of one. We'll talk about it next week if such a thing happened. Yeah.
All right, I have to look. My head hurts. Okay, go.
Yeah. Let's look at some new. Yeah, let's look at some other news here. How do I share? Right over there. Let me share that screen. If you have a GSG 15, which is the predecessor to the GSG 16, please note that your firearm might be a little bit too short and might be restricted. So Blue Line worked with the RCMP, and apparently they're cool with that you just contacting them, and they'll fix it for you. They'll just get the like a new barrel sleeve on there, and presto changeo, it'll be not restricted again. So if you have a GSG 15, you need to contact Blue Line. The next one, the Canadian military is going to be requesting new bids in February for their new pistols to replace the World War II era high powers that they've got.
They're using them.
Still using them.
Yep.
I love the story about those things. Hey, if anyone's interested, there's a great story behind those Browning high powers. We initially made like a bunch to send to the Chinese for World War II, and a bunch for I think the British as well. And then we didn't ship either of them out, and the war ended, and we had all of them. So we just said, our soldiers would use this, I guess. And we've been using them ever since. And a lot of these are like super duper old. They're just like in packages covered in oil, and they just kind of crack them out in like, I don't know, wherever our military is active, just crack these things out and try to make them work. And I've heard that the magazines on them aren't so reliable. So you do need to find a mag that works really well, but the guns themselves are pretty good.
Yeah.
Supplies dwindling on them. I read the procurement philosophy a little bit, and it looks like they want the P320s. Like generally in government, you build a procurement process to get you the result you want.
Yep.
And I believe they want the P320s just based on the language and some of the different things they got in here. They need modular pistols. It's like, you guys want the P320. You want that modular frame. That's why you guys are calling it this.
Yeah,
because otherwise,
because of it. I had a friend actually who worked in procurement, and that's exactly.
That's how government procurement works. You spend too much and you specify what you want and you put in some ridiculous. They had been trying to get Colt Canada to manufacture this stuff so that we have the capacity in country to make them. I kind of agree on that for like, I don't know, like a primary a small arm, like an AR-15 or something, like like the Colt C7 or whatever. But when it comes to pistols, like who cares? This is like plastic junk that you just crank out on an injection molding machine. Like who cares if we can do that in Canada or not? Might as well just get SIG or Glock or whoever to just crank those things out and bring them in. We don't need to have
like but we want half decent and reliable and stuff that's
SIG and Glock are half decent and reliable. I don't need Colt Canada's stamp on there for those to work.
Just saying.
And they, none of the manufacturers wanted to play ball. They were like, "No, we don't want to do that." Why would I supply a competitor with all this intel on how to do this stuff that they don't know how to do, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like realistically, like the P320 is great. It's a much better pistol than a high power. I'll tell you that much. Personally, I think just like a plain Glock 17 or like a 19X would be even better because they're lighter, probably cheaper. But they really like the idea of this modular frame thing, and the P320 has that, I guess. Because you can still put different grip panels on a Glock, right? You can change that based on the hand. You don't need to swap out the whole frame, but whatever. Mm-hmm. It's a better handgun than what they've got right now, so I guess that's a good thing. Yep. So that's in the news. Why don't we move on to new gun stuff? So our sponsor for new gun stuff is Bolt Action Coffee. Bolt Action Coffee is coffee roasted in small batches in Bolt Action batches. And it's some of the best coffee that you can get your hands on. Send it to your house by going to boltactioncoffee.com, discount code SLAMFIRE. New gun stuff. Getting a call from my kid's school to tell me that school's starting on Monday, and I just saw that, so I don't need to take the call.
Okay. Surprise! School's starting
like we said it was going to. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Darren, by the way, Darren Taylor is in New Brunswick. He says they need liquor to get through the half-ass school setup.
Yeah.
Do you have kids schooling at home too there, Darren? Just wondering.
Yeah. Okay. New gun stuff. Maple Ridge Armory Maverick. It's a 308 size straight pull.
Guess what?
If you have a Stag or you have like a, what was the other one? I have one. Allegedly. The other one, the Stag or the other one. If you have a 308 sized AR-10 analog and you're like, oh man, got banned, now it's prohibited, you can take all the parts off that, swap it onto this thing, go shoot a deer in the face.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. 3.8 or 6.5 or any of that family of cartridge. Savage has a new rifle called the Savage Impulse. It's a straight pull voltage action rifle. It's kind of like a bolt action, but a straight pull instead. Pull it back and forth. That's how it works. And it's kind of neat. It's so there hasn't really been any straight pull rifles that were like American made or North American made. Well, American made. I guess you could say like the Ross rifle is Canadian. Right. So mostly like
we're back. Hi everybody. Sorry, we're back. Anyways. It's his fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. Yeah, I did something.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna find out what it was from later.
Yeah.
So straight pull rifle uses 6 ball bearings on the outside that expand into like a recess on the inside of the barrel to hold the thing flush. Now, I don't really know if I trust this.
Do you really want
it? Like the action looks fine. Like I was watching that Haim, the German version. There's a German rifle called HEYM SR30. That is the same thing as this. 6 ball bearings, yada yada, the whole thing. Very similar. But like Savage has released like some dud actions recently. I don't really know if they can do this well. Like a lot of their best stuff is like fairly technically solid, right? Like they're 110s and 10 actions and that kind of thing. They're all pretty good, but like some of their newer rim fires aren't very good. Some of their newer that 17 WSM that they made isn't very good. Maybe this is.
Maybe
it is. I don't know.
I'd be interested. Okay, so totally you need to buy one. One, because it's a Savage, and two,
they're expensive.
I know they're expensive.
They're like over $1,000.
Okay, so just resell it.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, that's something I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the videos I've seen, they've all been like units that Savage sends to people, so like they're all pretty glowing. I can't imagine it's all sunshine and rainbows, because otherwise everyone would be building bolt action rifles this way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'd like to see it a bit cheaper, because like you look at the bolt and it's like, okay, that doesn't look that fancy. And I know that the inside of that barrel is a lot easier to machine now, because they just a big donut in the middle there, and you're good to go for that.
Yeah.
One of the cool things, you can swap the bolt from one side to the other. That's kind of neat.
So it's ambidextrous. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of neat to get that out. I mean,
I'd like to see how smooth running it is, though.
It looked pretty smooth when I was seeing how people were using it. It does have primary extraction, so you don't just pull on it. You're actually you're levering it out a little bit at the bottom and then pulling it out. So I think that levering provides primary extraction on it. That provides like the oomph to pull it out of the chamber and get it going. And then after that, it's just it should just have like no resistance to it. So should be good from that aspect. It's just I don't really trust whether they can do something this innovative and not mess it up and not have like bugs in it to start with. But maybe it'll be fine.
Okay, why don't you look at Gen 2 or 3?
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody else buy it and tell us how it is.
Very neat. Like if you were into PRS or something like that and you wanted a fast cycling bolt, this is going to be fast. This is going to be super fast. I believe on the Hog Hunter they're using like AICS mags with it too, which is nice, because it's a standard magazine that's out there. Like the bolt release isn't like the stupid Savage one where you got to pull the trigger and push the thing down and pull the bolt out and have 3 hands to do it at the same time. It's just like a simple button on the side that you press and pull the bolt out. Like there's definitely some cool features that are built into it. Yeah, we'll just TBD on the action and how good that is.
Yeah.
But
seriously, cool. I think that I would love for you to be able to review one. So
I would love to review one too.
Yeah.
With her, hopefully without paying like $1,200.
A lot. Yeah. So there was a question. What's the difference between a straight pull and a regular bolt action? Somebody wants to know. And
bolt action, you turn it like this, and then you pull back, and this one you twist it and pull it back,
right,
like that.
And
should be faster.
Hey,
so
Chris.
It's just one action.
Yeah.
Yeah, neat. And the next one, Keltec P50. I don't know if I mentioned this last time. There was a rumor. There was a leak.
A leak?
It's a Keltec pistol that takes his P90 mags.
Yes.
And shoots 5.7.
Yeah, I think you actually mentioned it last time.
It was a leak. Now it's real.
Now it's real?
Mm-hmm.
Coolio.
They even have...
Are we gonna try and bring it up so people can see it, or no?
Yeah, I will pull it up over here. Merp, merp, merp. There it is right there. There's the P50 from Keltec. So it doesn't have a stock because it's supposed to be like a pistol. So you have to. They have 2 push button QD sling mounts on it, and you're supposed to shoot it. There they are, right there. You're supposed to shoot it like the HEK MP5K, which doesn't have a stock, where you put the sling around your shoulder and you push forward on it. That's your stock. You push forward on the sling. The sling tension is your stock.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to work very good.
Remember earlier in the show where we were talking about the fact that I really like things to where they're supposed to be? Yeah,
yeah. I really like that Keltec is always trying to innovate though. Like they saw these two cool things out of this one. One, it uses 5.7, and I think 5.7 is a cool cartridge. I'm glad to see Ruger and other manufacturers starting to use it. And two, it uses the mags. It uses the P90 mags.
That's
so you
true.
can fit like 50 rounds into a, well, to call this a pistol is a bit of a stretch. It's like a mini submachine gun, I guess, or machine pistol-ish.
Remember, the RCMP are listening. Hi.
Wow, I don't know. If you were to get this in Canada, it would be pinned at 5. This would be like the like a horrible lost opportunity just pew, to get one of these in Canada. Yeah, pew 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 pew. Okay, now I got to do this like machine gun style reload where I like hinge open the top and crack this thing open and and change out the mag.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So Patrick says make changes are going to be a pain. No freaking kidding.
Yeah, not exactly something you want to do on the clock. I mean, if you're in the U.S., it's like, who cares? It has 50 rounds. If you're in Canada, it has 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. By the way, I put up new background because...
There we go.
I don't care. Mm-hmm. If it freezes again, let us know, everybody. But pew pew, motherfucker.
I can only see the pew pew cat or owl or whatever. Oh, it's a cat. There we go.
I love it.
Let's see. Corwin Arms has these Beretta M 1951s. Kind of neat. I have never seen these pistols before. There's a couple of neat things on them.
Pull it up. Yeah.
There's 2 buttons. You see these buttons right here? There's a button up there and there's a button down there.
Yeah.
What do you think they do?
I have no idea. What do you think? Oh, is it the mag release?
Oh, one of them's a mag release. What about the other one? Uh-huh. That's the mag release down there. Super convenient.
Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. No idea what the other one is for then.
A cross bolt safety, like a shotgun. Click with your thumb. Click, go the other way.
Okay. So seriously, this is so it's a pistol. With a cross bolt at the back of the grip on the bottom, and then you have a mag release at the back bottom. Yeah. Right.
Just like all the awful usability things in one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Kind of neat though. Very neat. Very, very neat in terms of these are new old stock too. So they probably like sat on them trying to sell them to some militaries or something like that. No one wanted to buy them, and now you can buy one if you want like an old, interesting piece of history. These are predecessors to the Beretta 92. So I guess if you wanted to like have something as like if you've already got all the 92s, and you're like, you know what? I want more. I want the grandpappy of the 92. Head on over to Corwin Arms.
No. Okay.
Vortex got a bunch of new stuff. They've got the Vortex. So they a couple of new products that they released for 2021. One was they have the Spitfire. The Spitfire is a etched reticle, like mini all-in-one fixed power scope. The 1X is actually really popular for 3-gun because guys with astigmatism can't use a red dot, but with an etched one like this, they're fine. You can totally use one of these and if the battery dies on it, it doesn't matter because it still has the etched reticle there. So the old 1X was really popular. This year they're releasing 2 new ones. They have the HD Gen 2 in 3X and in 5X, and they're really compact. I think you remember I was talking about like the red dot on top and how that's kind of like, I don't know, lame or whatever. Mm-hmm. This one has a pretty nice option to do that. Yeah, it's got a mounting plate on top where you could put another Vortex optic on top. It's like, I know you've had one Vortex optic on your rifle, but have you had second Vortex optic on your rifle?
So what would you put on top of that?
Like a mini red dot. This is a 5X, right? 5X on the bottom, 1X red dot on top. Loophole had a scope called the Hammer. It's like a 4 or 5 on the bottom, and then you could put a loophole, whatever their dot is, on the top. This is kind of the same idea, but a lot more compact. most of Vortex's red dots and scopes that they released this year are very compact. You can see the elevation and windage dials there. They're flush, and they've got like smoothing lines around them so they don't snag. So they're making very snag-free, go fast kind of optics. So that's one of them. The 5X. They also made a 3X, and they updated their Spark red dot. So they've had Spark, Spark 2, Spark AR. That's like one of their, not the Crossfire, but like a one up from their Crossfire.
Yeah, it's the one that I have. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a Spark 2. They've got the Spark Solar red dot now. It's got a solar panel on top. And because it's got that solar panel, if you're outside, it just uses the solar panel for power for it. They're claiming from one 2032 battery, which is like one of them little coin cell batteries, super common, 150,000 hours of battery life.
Forever.
It's motion activated, so it's got like that shake awake. You pick it up and it turns on, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like these are I just did a video comparing like the Vortex Venom to the Hollow Sun 407, and some of the things I liked in the 407, battery life was really good, and the shake awake is really good as well. No thinking required, right? Pick it up and start using it. And I think that on a rifle optic, fantastic idea as well.
Yep. Yeah. That way you don't forget to turn it on. That way, it automatically shuts off.
Yeah. And if the batteries are dead, you go out in the sunlight and you press the button and it comes up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
They also had range-finding binoculars called the Fury, and they had some basic and not so basic tripods that they're offering as well. They've got like some carbon fiber tripods and that kind of thing.
Right.
For taking pictures, for photography. For spotting scopes and spotting binoculars, and
by the way,
them clampy deals for the rifle that like holds it.
Yeah. Those, a lot of times, if you're using them, they're for your rifle, or they're there for you to study because you're gaming your PRS. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Other than that, they're really, really nice tripods. Fancy schmancy. I want some of those too. All right.
Some of the tripods or the red dots?
No, I want actually a new tripod.
I like the idea of like a 3 or a 5 fixed. Like if I was like, I've got one of my WKs I want to use for hunting coyotes, right?
Yep.
I'm going to put a 3 to 9 on it. I don't actually like a 3 to 9 is kind of big and bulky. Imagine if I just got like one of those 5X prisms. Mm-hmm. That would do the trick. I don't need any more magnification than that. And 5X all the time, nice and compact and out of the way. That'd be nice. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of coyotes, so I have a story to tell you. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should have told you about it in what I did in guns. I didn't do it in guns, but it's kind of like a story. So a friend of mine, somebody that I go running with, she lives out in the middle of the country, and there is a bunch of wind turbines that are behind her house, and we were going to go for a run. And the reason we were going to go for a run is because I'm no longer on isolation, and I could go outside and see people. So I was doing that on Sunday morning, and so we were going to run the road that goes out to the wind turbines because it's maintained and we just had snow. So anyway, so we were going out, and behind her place, as I said, it's rural. It's farmer fields on either side. And again, it had just snowed. So in the farmer fields, I asked her if she had heard any shooting in the morning, and she says no, because in the farmer fields, I saw a trail of blood and coming out, and it was coyote footprints and all that. Mm-hmm. And so trying to make a decision whether we should actually, because it's early in the morning, trying to make a decision whether we should actually go back to her place, which was a couple of kilometers away, or continue on. And I'm going, well, and it's blood, and it's consistent blood and all that. So what I was thinking is that somebody came out and was shooting coyotes, missed, and this coyote use the road that for the wind turbines that they maintain. It used the road, so it wasn't actually walking through the fields or anything like that. It was running down. We walked about 2.5 kilometers, and it was about 2 kilometers in, and then it turned around and came back. And I'm going, probably not the smartest idea for us to actually be walking around with an injured, not dead coyote. It wasn't enough blood to actually have said that it was going to die. It was just enough it was injured, right? Anyway, so tracked it, but when we were walking and turned around, came back. Anyways, so I was asking her who the neighbor was that owns the property, and she told me, and I said, tell him to come to a maple seed because he can't shoot or shit. Anyways, if you're going to shoot a coyote, shoot it and kill it. Don't, because people are coming down this road. We met up with a guy. He had his 2 dogs off leash, right? Walking down here. And I'm going, no, you probably want to actually leash your dogs and just not go down the road because
were they big enough to take on a coyote? No.
There were 2 black labs and they were beautiful. Like I'm not going to.
They could take an injured coyote.
Really?
They could take it. Yeah, send them in.
No, 2 house pets. And I'm going. Yeah, you probably want to put 1 leashes on them and turn around and go back.
Put the spike collar on them.
Oh,
go time.
Anyways, but the moral of the story was, I said, tell your neighbor to come to Maple Seed so that he can actually, if he's going to kill coyotes, he can actually head a coyote and kill it instead of actually it running around. Because people go down that road all the time. Like, and anyways, that's the moral of the story. He just
slowed that coyote down. Now it won't be. I'll stop bugging him.
Okay. Anyways, that was also something, a story. I'm a little off topic, but hello.
I'd like to go shoot a coyote, but I can't right now because there's still restrictions in place.
There's still COVID. Yeah.
Restrictions off, so I can go shoot a coyote or 2 or 3 or 10.
So can I ask you about that? What's the restrictions for you in Alberta? Are you able? So you're not allowed to go see your parents, but are you allowed to go to their property and shoot coyotes?
Yeah, I guess I could. I could
as long as you don't
just
see
go on
them.
their back 40 and just not see them, and that's not possible.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever tried going to your parents' place and just I don't know, eating out of their fridge and then leaving. It's not going to work. They're going to want to hang out.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait until that is possible.
Okay.
Let's see. A bunch of people bought a bunch of stuff off of our Cabela's link.
Okay, so let's go. So people have been buying stuff off Cabela's. When's the last time you checked, by the way?
Today.
Okay, but how long since the time before? This is for Christmas, right?
I went to the 22nd, just arbitrarily. I was like, this much, and I grabbed that much.
Okay, so what did everybody buy?
They got some jerky kits, which I imagine some people got some deer out there, so they want to know how that's going. I still haven't gotten back my not the COVID test, the CWD test on my deer.
Right.
Still haven't got those back. I asked him hey, what's going on? He's like, it'll take 3 to 5 or I don't know, more weeks.
It's been more than.
It's been more than that. Yeah. He said you'll get an email.
Are you eating the meat?
No, it's just sitting in the freezer or outside because it's cold enough here to do that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering if you were eating the meat since you haven't gotten the result yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Anyways, some people got some jerky kits. They got some gun cleaners, the Cabela's shooting mats. There's more than a couple in there.
Yeah.
Because they're down to $50. It's a fantastic deal at $50. It's a nice, big, comfy mat. It's not convenient. You wouldn't want to hump that out to go shoot in the mountains or something like that versus some of the nice, small, compact ones you can get. But it's super comfy. You can if you're going to shoot on it all day.
It's the one to get.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, okay, so the next thing that people got, you talk about that, and I'll show you something I did get in the mail. Forgot about it. Okay.
Yeah, some people got some Carhartt and Redhead clothes, which kind of like the house brand that Cabela's has. Someone got a Romeo compact. Let's see, some reloading powder, more shooting mats. Someone got a gun safe. Shell cases, the Caldwell lead sled. The Range Max 3-gun cases. So Range Max is Cabela's house brand for cases and that kind of thing. Some CCI Mini Mag 22, some hunting kits, and a Lyman ammo checker. I'm not sure what a Lyman ammo checker does. It's that's ammo. I don't know what it could possibly do.
Did they check the case gauge?
I don't know. It's an ammo checker. Yep, it's ammo.
Or does it check and see if it's steel? Or does it? Anyways,
that'll be a magnet. No, it's a case gauge.
It's a case gauge.
It's a case gauge. Yeah.
Okay, so I did get this in the mail, so I wanted to give Brian, Bren Romich, hey, I think he's watching as well, a shout out. This is remember Tough Duck, Bren is the president of the Winnipeg Pistol and Revolver Club. Anyways, but he also works at Tough Duck. And they donated to the CCFR Gunny Girl calendar draw in December, and they gave away one of these fantastic jackets. But it was, you know who won it? Darren Ostapowicz won it.
I heard that.
That was awesome. But anyways, I said, "Ooh, I like that jacket." And so I messaged Bren and I said I'd like to get one. So he arranged for me to get one of these fantastic jackets. There was Carhartt on here, and I said, "Oh yeah, I have to talk about this because it's actually the same material." So it's Tough Duck, and it's just it has a hood. The hood comes off. It's really durable. Super warm.
Down or is it synthetic?
No, it's the same type of material you would do. It's the same same type of material for like the Carhartt jackets.
No, like the insulation.
Oh, the insulation. I don't know. Is
it like a heavy duty jacket or is it? No, it looks light duty. It looks like
but nice it's super winter jacket. Yeah, it's a nice winter jacket. It's mid thigh, covers your ass, and I've been wearing it since I got it, and it's basically nice and warm. And I look like a true hick now though, because I have a pair of muck boots that are camouflage as well.
And pink camo,
no.
The t-shirt that you've got on right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, oh my God, I do look like a hick. I'm looking and
I didn't want to say anything, but you got to look that down.
Yeah, I need a beer. Anyways, yeah, no, but it's a fantastic coat. So go and get it. I can't remember the name of it. So it's Tough Duck, but it's a woman's coat. It's available in men's too. The women,
probably bigger.
Yeah, a men's coat is available in a couple of different colors, but I think the woman's only available in this dark color. It's kind of blackish, but it's brownish. I don't know.
Do they have it in men's in like a Muddy Girl pink?
No.
Style camo? No. Disappointing.
Blue, black, and brown. I think they have it, and the tannish color. I think is available in boys, but in girls, it's only available in one or two colors. So, anyways, and also Tracy's getting one too, so which is awesome. We loved it so much that we went and bought them. It's kind of wasn't there a commercial about that? We loved it so much we bought the company.
I don't watch enough TV these days.
Anyways, all right.
Yeah. Let's get on to listener feedback. Listener feedback is sponsored by Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, and Cerakote finishes, as well as wood refinishing. Check out his online inventory of new and used guns, firearms accessories, optics, and more at dcgunsmith.ca. I'll finally be able to use my... what's that?
You didn't throw anything extra in.
I'm throwing it on right now. You're interrupting me throwing extra on. I always throw extra on to Denise stuff. I was going to say I'm going to use finally be able to use the mags I bought from him because I got 5 LAR 15 mags in 308. Yeah, I got a bunch of those. And when my MRA, not the Renegade Maverick, comes in, I'm finally going to be able to use it. Finally.
I really like that name, Maverick.
Except there's already a Maverick. There's a Mossberg Maverick.
No, I like it because Top Gun. Speaking of which, the new Top Gun movie is coming out this summer.
Does it still have Tom Cruise in it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Anyways, okay.
Facebook, we've been kind of going along with you, and I've got a nightmare of editing to do tonight. Someone was asking when the new Maple Seed dates are coming out.
Oh, God.
Soon,
but Western and Ontario? You mean when COVID and people aren't afraid? Right now. So typically we book dates at the beginning of January anyways. But with COVID still and with Ontario being in super lockdown, we're trying to arrange dates. We're reaching out to clubs, but unfortunately, some clubs are not available until the lockdown has been lifted. But 2, we're also just trying to figure out COVID. So we're still trying to trying to plan the year. However, it's still touch and go right now about when we're actually going to be able to release the season because
it's the early part is a guessing game.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
The early ones will be like, well, we think maybe COVID restrictions will be up by now, but that's just a guess because we don't know when they're going to come up.
Right, and that's exactly it. When we're approaching the clubs, we're going, okay, so this is fluid, right? You understand that this is based on what's happening at the time, basically with COVID and not any restrictions or further restrictions or Armageddon, because 2021, you never know.
2021 got a one-up 2020.
Right, it is the year of Mad Max. Just saying.
Yeah. With Alberta. My schedule is almost complete, and I'm going to start reaching out to clubs because clubs are reaching out to me, and they're like, "We're in lockdown, but let's get some dates together," because they know it's not going to last forever.
Right. So that is it. I actually have had some clubs reach out to me about maple seeds and already booking them for next year, and then it's others that I have to approach as well.
This year, it's 2021 already.
Oh God, it is. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Emails from Trevor. Trevor is on the show, though. Oh, this is a different Trevor. Okay.
This is a different Trevor. There's other people named Trevor other than the Trevor that's on the show, although he's not here tonight.
True. From Trevor, who's not on the show. Just started listening to the podcast. It's a bit long for my drive, so I have to spread it out over a couple of days, but I'm enjoying the 1022 info. Why no love for the brimstone triggers? The stage 2 is about 2.5 pounds and awesome. The best way is to simply buy a trigger from them, have them do the work for you, and ship it to you. Sell your factory trigger when the new one gets here and save the shipping. I called it a kid trigger on a BX budget. The BX is garbage once you shoot something better. Don't waste your money. Thanks for the podcast. Merry Christmas. Trevor from Didsbury.
Yeah, you sent it before Christmas. Obviously, I have never tried one of them. Have you?
They're a U.S. company that does like a gunsmithing job on the trigger, like on the trigger pack, and then sends you the trigger pack. But because they're based on the U.S., I'm not sure. Like they would need an export permit to send those up to Canada. So I don't know how to get one here. Maybe they have them at Brown. No, they don't have them at Brownells. I would have seen them because I went through all the 1022 stuff at Brownells.
Where is Didsbury?
That sounds Canadian.
Yeah, because he says Trevor from Didsbury. If we can figure out Didsbury, then we can. Hey, Trevor.
There's a Didsbury in Alberta.
Hey, Trevor and Didsbury. Why don't you tell us where you are and how you actually were able to get one of these triggers, and then maybe we can test it out.
Yeah, the price is right. Like they're right around $100, which is good. That's the gunsmithing cost. That's if you send the trigger pack to them. If they're in the U.S. and they can export, then the cheapest thing as a Canadian would be to just say, "Yeah, send one to me and just keep your old one around." Definitely. Yeah. Do you want to take this next one from William?
Okay, so William asks, it says, it's all right. Is it all right to do dry fire with a Shrike, which is the Greybird Solutions 1022, without damage? Absolutely. And on the same note, have they updated the shipping dates for the CCFR version? I haven't heard anything yet, but let's reach out to them and see if they can give us an ETA on that as well. We're not kept in the loop on that stuff anyways. They still haven't charged my credit card, or rather difficult to contact. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. I'm reading this aloud as we go. I haven't read it prior. Do rifles need, and then also follow up, do rifles need to be zero prior to going to a maple seed? Yes.
Yes. So, please zero your rifles before the maple seed.
Yeah. So you're going to be shooting at 25 meters, which isn't a long distance, but try and actually zero your rifle for that prior to coming. So yeah. Thanks.
Or 50. If all you have is 50, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 is fine too.
But if you show up morning of and it's not sighted in and we start shooting and you're not even on paper, then you're going to be dicking around with that instead of learning all the bunch of stuff we're throwing at you. And you're going to be worrying about that. And it's going to be in the back of your head. So definitely zero before going to the maple seed. So you don't have to worry about it. It's one less thing you have to worry about. And you can commit yourself to the learning part.
Right. So zero it. And if you haven't had time to zero it and did things like put a new scope on the night before, thank you. and you're not even on paper, then I will, or Adriel or one of the other instructors will zero it for you while you can actually concentrate on the point of instruction.
That's hard to do right now with COVID because
I know.
you're not supposed to be like touching surfaces that other people are touching and putting your face on their rifles and stuff like that.
We've been cleaning the rifles. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Dry fire with 1022s, fine.
Absolutely
They're made for it. They don't have a bolt hold open. That last round, the last no round, the bolt just goes forward. You press the trigger, it goes click. It's like, it's just part of what, just like an AK-47. They do the same thing. They're built for it.
You want to read the run from Chris?
I got the one from Chris. Hello. I try really hard not to curse, so I'm not saying Happy New Year. Pretty soon we'll remember fondly 2020 as a great year as in comparison. Oh my God. That's a horrible thing to say. But I hope everyone had a good break and quality time with friends and family.
I was in isolation.
Yeah,
I wasn't allowed to see my friends.
No such. We did a Zoom call for Christmas. That's all. That's my friends and family time. I want to thank you for mentioning and suggesting, recommending Grey Birch Solutions 1022, most of the build, and to say a few words about them. I use their barrel, receiver, and bolt for my build, so the core of the final project. I ran into some problems with extraction, double feeds, and it was the bolt's fault, and I contacted their company. Their customer service was superb. Their response to my original email during a weekend, phone calls and follow-up. They wanted to get the bolt first, but ended up requesting the entire build to test out properly before they sent it back to me. I got a shipping label and everything. You don't see it very often, and it is a Canadian business. I'm going to recommend them every time I get a chance, and Slamfire too, as you give a lot of great advice. Happy curfew shooting from Chris.
So it's not Chris.
There's a curfew in Quebec right now, right?
Yeah, there is.
You can go to Jamaica for a holiday, but God forbid you try to go for a walk at 10 o'clock. No, that is not safe.
Seriously, if we have actually a curfew that's introduced in Ontario, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
like
so weird.
I don't.
Such a random like number of like, you can't go to your friend's place unless there's this many people, or unless it's outside, then it's fine. But you can't go outside when it's after 10 o'clock. And then but you can go to Hawaii if you want.
Okay,
that's fine.
I go for a run at 10 o'clock every night, right? There is no one, and I mean 0 people on the street. Why can't I go for a run at 10 o'clock when there's nobody around? Why can't I go to Walmart?
Because the government said so.
Why can't I go to Walmart at like 2 o'clock in the morning when there's nobody there? And they're cleaning. That's when they actually, so when they were 24 hours, that's when they were cleaning all their machines. Now they're doing it all the time, but just that's whatever.
Yep. Doug was saying, speaking of quick zeroing, I have a bore laser that I find works well. Have you ever tried one? Yeah, bore laser works good. That's a good way of getting close.
Close. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, like it gets you on paper, right? It gets you on paper, and then you dial in the rest to get it onto the point.
Right.
Which,
so that it's better if you actually. So if you are just putting on a scope, that right.
I like shooting dirt. Like I got like dirt berms, and I aim for like on a piece of paper or scrap or something like that. Yeah. And as long as it's not like a high recoiling rifle, you can watch the bullet impact.
Yep.
Dial in, go on paper, done.
Yeah.
Yep. I was reading Chris's note here, and I stopped somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. I read it all. Yeah. You got Russ.
Yeah, but I did want to say hi to Chris because I saw him at the Gunny Girls signing in December, and he came up and said hi. It was nice to see him again. I'm running into him more in on this year than it's weird. Saw him at the Integrity March. Saw him at Maple Seed. It's I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, hi Chris. Okay, some from Russ. This one is actually for you, Adriel. It's a question. He says, Adriel, do you get a kickback if we buy stuff on sale at Cabela's? Technically, Slamfire Radio does. They had a 30 gun. They had a 30 gun safe for $700 on Boxing Deal. Shooter mat pre-Christmas. Now I bought a lead sled on Wild Wednesday. Oh, tell me. I think
I mentioned all those things.
Yeah. Wild Wednesday. What is that? Tell us about it.
Well, Cabela's runs all sorts of promotions all the time, so that must be one. Like sometimes they'll do one where it's like, it's a sale. We're doing a sale just today for these things, and usually it's the same kind of items that go on sale, but every once in a while they throw something
little bit crazy up there.
Is that like Taco Tuesdays?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday,
Taco
Wild
Tuesdays.
Wednesday, Taco Tuesday, Midnight Saturday sale, all sorts of other weird stuff. You remember those midnight sales? You had to go to a place at midnight to buy stuff for cheap.
Like, you mean before the curfew?
No, like way before, like decades ago. Anyways.
Yeah, when they were. Yeah. What do you mean decades before?
I don't know. It's something I remember going to as a kid. Like these
crazy
sales that were like always really late.
I thought you were trying to be Trevor again.
Nope.
Okay.
Not this time.
Okay.
If you'd like to email the show and have us reminisce about stuff that may or may not have happened, email the show at slamfireradio@gmail.com. Podcast app reviews. If you listen to this on a podcast app, go ahead and review it. If you watch us on YouTube, like and subscribe. Smash that like button. I think that's what the kids say, right?
Yeah, this.
Hit the likes.
Hit the likes.
Comment below.
Subscribe.
And do the
notification
thing over there. And if we're on Twitch, donate Bitcoins. And if we're on OnlyFans, like smash that donate button. And you don't know about that upload. That's why I keep that one away from you guys. Patreon supporters, reach out to us if you sign up. Make sure that we get the patch to you. We send out a patch and sticker through the mail. You can help support the show by going to patreon.com/slamfireradio. Or if you want to buy some stuff from Cabela's, go to our website and then go to like sponsor or help support us. And then there's a link to go to Cabela's there. If you click that one and then you buy some stuff, we get a kickback from it.
Right.
A couple of dollarinos off the Cabela's.
So Chris W says we should probably activate the review option on the Facebook page. Get some reviews there.
That's something we can do.
Yeah, let's go see if we can do that. You know what? Our Facebook page is older than the trees because I think we technically
predates Facebook.
Yes, our show is older than trees. Do you know what episode we're on? How many years have we been around?
I don't know. 2011, something like that.
Okay.
2013. I don't know. I just reached out to someone and I mentioned it. I can't remember what I said. Anyways, a long time. Shout out.
Yeah, actually, I want to give a shout out to the guys at Coat of Arms, especially Corey and Doug. They sent me a hat as well, so I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to wear it on tonight's show. Told them I would give them a little bit of a love because. Yeah, there's not a lot of these out there, by the way. You can't get it on their website, but they sent me one. So I said, hey, you know what? That's fantastic. I'll wear it. Nice. I'm also wearing the Coat of Arms t-shirt that I ordered and they sent to me as well. It was the one for the Integrity March. They sent me a whole bunch of swag over Christmas, so I wanted to say thank you to them. And then also to Russ again. Thanks a lot for actually sending me something. I have something in the mail for you. Just want to let you know. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
My shout out to Kelly for another calendar, which I'm gonna win lots of stuff off of.
You are. Got to register it.
I'm done. I registered it.
Okay.
I know how this works. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just to let you know. So normally we'll do this year we produced and sold 1,600 calendars. Just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And normally we will get maybe 300 or 400 registered. And I don't know why people don't want to register their calendars. But this year, the first day, 300 were registered.
Sounds like some steep competition. You guys are doing me a disservice here.
Yeah.
It's harder for me to win if you all register your calendars.
Yeah. I kept getting people messaging me. It won't take. What's going on? It must be wrong. I'm going, just keep trying. There's so many people trying to register right now that it's overloading the system. So just keep trying. So just letting you know, you have some competition out there.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then shout out to Bullseye North. They said if they get a demo rifle for the Maverick, and they might send it my way to try out and review. So you get like a sneak peek at how it runs and whatnot.
You know who's actually doing their social media right now and is helping out so much at their store right now?
No, because I don't live in where the store is. I don't know any of the people there.
Rick Woods.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's doing that. The other thing I wanted to let everybody know about is Range 519, which is Select Shooting Supplies, which is in Cambridge. Mm-hmm. They got their certification for the range. So once this is available, COVID and all that, I'm going to go down to their range and go shooting because it's now certified range. It's awesome.
Is it close to you? I don't know what Cambridge.
Absolutely no. It's 4 hours away. It's on the other side of Toronto. I have to technically go through Toronto to get to it.
That time.
So.
Yeah. Good for the other people though, if they're on like that end of Toronto and they want to go to like a range.
Yeah, it actually is a really good idea for people because Toronto, you can't get into ranges, but this is one that you can actually go to.
Very neat.
Yeah. It's a really first class range as well. So they got their certification yesterday or the day before. So it's good.
A nice indoor range, right? Well, what are the length of their bays?
So they have two ranges. They have one range that is 10 meters, but that's for just trying out pistols that are available in the store. So if you want to buy a gun, you can go and take it and you can try it out. Yeah, I know, eh? Mm-hmm. On the 10-meter range. And then they have right next door, this one is for members. It's 25 meters, I believe, or 30. And it is all indoor, state of the art. Oh, it's actually really, really cool.
Yeah. I like having a little bit of distance, but at the same time, like for testing stuff, short is fine. And I mean, like you can test accuracy, you can test reliability, you can test lots with just a 25-meter range. You can do that rough sight in very easily. Yeah, all that stuff's really good. All right. Well, let's sign off. Check us out on Gun Owners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. Join the CCFR, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.